Men
Oh, I gotta take my do-rag off.
Druski.
That last Druski skit was not funny. It was actually pretty offensive, and I no longer support Druski.
My hairline is down bad. It's whatever. I'll just put the hat on. I go outside. I'll rock my fitted. And this leads to the next point.
Earlier this year, I got a hair transplant, and boy, when I say that was the best decision I ever made.
You think, you know what's crazy? Hatfish. Men
Oh, I gotta take my do-rag off.
hatfishing us.
Drewski wouldn't be him if he
I gotta
didn't
take the
piss
Dewey
people
off.
off. We've seen it already
My
with
hairline is crazy right now.
NASCAR thing and the Hebrew Israelite skits, but now he has a new one. It's called hatfishing. If you guys don't know what hatfishing is when a man looks pretty much decent to a woman with the hat on, but when he removes it, the hairline or his head shape tells a different story.
Yo, hat fishing is one of the funniest things ever. And I gotta be real with y'all. I have definitely done that before. You know what I mean? Like, and not intentionally, but I think all guys kind of have hat fished by accident, at least. I would say that. Because if I'm out here with a bad hairline or a bad haircut, or I have no haircut, I just didn't feel like spending the money on it, I'm gonna throw a hat on. For sure. I'm not going outside just willy-nilly, bad lineup, you know what I mean, all that. I'm going to throw a hat on. I'm going to throw a do-rag on. I'm going to throw something on my hair. Sometimes, you know, you might really just like me from right here to down here. Then I whip off the hat and you see my hair is like this. You know what I mean? You see my hair's like this. So I've definitely hat fished before. I mean, I've taken it so far. Of course, this is before I was married. I always got to let y'all know that. But I've taken it so far that, like, I've been somewhere before and, like, I went to sleep with my hat on and everything. Yo, you had no idea that my hair was crazy, like, underneath. But yeah, man, hat fishing is definitely a real thing. You know what I mean? I've played ball with some people that they put their hat on. They a smooth brother. Don't get me wrong. They take their hat off. They got the cola sack. Now I ain't mad at nobody with the cola sack. You know what I mean? But you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? We know what we doing when we trying to hide. You know the situation. You know. But now that I got braids, it set me up for like a good amount of time instead of like constantly getting haircuts. So I'll be feeling a lot better. You know. Instead of going out with the crazy lineup or the unpicked hair, all that.
And this is really big amongst black men. And Druski made light of it.
Real quick, I want to give a special shout out to my subscriber. His Instagram is FathRito. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. I'm going to put it on the screen. But basically, I've been telling y'all how to make money playing games on your phone. And the brother sent me some screenshots. He made $104 in earnings the other day. It looks like he right now is currently at $191. Listen, I already told you about Mandy Slim Goody T. I believe that's her Instagram. I'm gonna put her information on the screen as well. The DMs that she sent me. I told y'all people are really making money playing games on their phone. All right, people are even leaving comments and saying, "I thought this was a scam." It's not a scam, y'all. Try it out for yourself. Click the link in the description below or the link in the comment section. All right, these apps, they're literally paying people just to play games on your phone. It's extremely simple. Some of the options is even just reviewing a Netflix show, things of that nature. But just sign up, see what's available, constantly go back and just check it out because you can easily make an extra $100 just doing this or $200, depending on how much money you want to make. But y'all, try it out for yourself. These are real life people getting real life results. And if you catch yourself making money, send me your screenshots on Instagram and I'll give you a shout out next, all right? Let's get back to the video.
I wish you would have had my corner seat. That's why I don't let nobody, if you could, niggas push
Yo, this spot movie is crazy.
Tell you what,
Shout out to Bree.
That's why I don't let everybody cut my hair, man.
Now, in this instance,
Yo.
Drewski is a young man.
Yo, shout out to my boy Preem. Yo, me and Preem, when Preem was, he gonna be mad I'm talking about him, but listen. Yo, when Preem, he moved to Atlanta for a short period of time. Me and Preem, we go way back. Y'all seen us do videos together and all that. Y'all go follow him, the Deep Conversation Podcast. But anyways, yo, Preem, when he moved out here, we started going to the same barber. This shit used to be so funny because Preem will go to the barber and like have all these demands with the barber, like, yo, I want my corners to be like this, you know, I want it to be like extra sharp and all that, right? I would go to the same barber. So I would go after Preem. And the barber, he would say the same to some, you know, barbers be chatting while they cut your hair. He'd be like, yo, Supreme be asking me to pull out a magic trick when I'm doing this. I'm cutting his hair. He's like, yo, I'm not a magician. Yo, Preem be like, yo, give me a sharp corner. He's like, yo, bro, he ain't got no corners. Like, what are we doing? And Preem know all this, not me, because I joke. I joke on Preem about it all the time. My son done went bald by now and all that, and the baldy look good on my boy. Now, I mean, I tell a lot of dudes, like, yo, you might want to just try out the baldy. Like, just try it out. Just see, you know, just see what it's like. And, you know, like, instead of ducking and dodging, you know, the girls with the hat. Like, because, yo, nothing is worse than a girl pulling your hat off. Oh, my goodness. And you know you looking crazy underneath. That is fighting words. I'm not going to lie. You know, I ain't about to be fighting no girl, don't get me wrong, but that shit will ball up a different level and make you want to just go in the bathroom and just, like she's bugging. Yo, pulling my hat off, like, and kids do stuff like that. You mess around, you amongst a lot of people, you talking, you feeling like the smooth brother, you got your brim low to your eyebrows. Now, I mean, you got the whole mysterious thing going on, and here go your son, your daughter, your little cousin, your little sister. Pull off your hat and dip. Oh, my God. Shoot me. Yo, bro, it's like you could just feel that the room, the air in the room just losing, just deflating. Just Yo, hatfishing is a real thing, yo. So I can only imagine how the ladies feel. And I mean, it's kind of similar how we feel about like wigs and stuff like that, you know, or makeup. You know, you got your face beaten with all this makeup. I don't even know what you actually look like. You know what I mean? You got a full head of somebody else's head. And I mean, if that's what you do. But I still gotta find out later on what you actually look like. You know what I mean? So I guess we got our versions for, you know.
And losing his hairline, and he's at the barber shop, and he's blaming the barber for his hairline being gone. He doesn't want to accept the fact that he's balding and he can't do anything about it. But then the second part of this is where it gets interesting.
Gentlemen, no hats. Take your hats off.
Oh my God. I've been there.
No hats, gentlemen. No hats, bro. Hey, step on the building.
Yo, let me tell y'all something. Look, man. I done went home off of this. Like, yo, I'm one of them dudes, yo, if I'm not looking how I want to look, I'm straight. Like, I'm not going nowhere, nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I pull up to the club and I know my joint's looking crazy underneath, I'm wolfing right now, and y'all hit me with the no hats, I'm going to do one or two things. I'm going to either ask you, like, yo, how much it costs for me to go in, you know, for me to, you know, just pay to take my hat in there or something like that. Or I'm dipping. Like, I'm out. I ain't gonna lie. There's been times where I was just like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna just thug it out. I'm already here. My clothes is ironed and all that. You know what I mean? I done drove all the way. I'm gonna just thug it out, you know, see how I'm feeling, go in the bathroom, freshen up or something like that. But sometimes your hair looking so crazy, you can't fix it in the bathroom, bro. Just on the spot. You need some Cantu or something like that, you know what I mean? So you might just have to take it to the crib, or you just gotta be that one hobo-looking guy that you just like, yo, fuck it, like I'm having fun tonight, you know? We get tonight, tonight, like, yo, this is real life.
I'm just go home, bro.
All right, man, have a good one.
Look, y'all shoot this bitch up.
Druski here is trying to get into the club, and the security guards is like, listen, you got to remove your hat before you come in. He removes his hat and hairline is down bad. Now, of course, there was some people who was pissed off about this.
No way.
That last Druski skit was not funny. It was actually pretty offensive, and I no longer support Druski. Ever since that skit
Please
has hit the
explain.
internet, I have nonstop been getting shares of that skit. Nonstop. Friends, family I haven't spoke to in years.
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the think you is?
It seemed like people shouldn't be upset about this, but in all actuality, you know, black men and male pattern baldness is a big thing. This
Oh, my
does
God.
affect our community more than it affects other men, believe it or not.
Bro, yeah, come on, man. Come on, bro. It's never that serious. It's something that we could all laugh about because we all been there. It's not that deep. Yeah, but you know, we suffer with male pattern, but bro, it's not that deep and not that serious. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you got mad off of a skit like this, bro, you need therapy. You need to go check yourself. Like your insecurity is yelling. Like it's way too loud at that point. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm still talking about like when I'm looking crazy, I go to the crib, you know? So like these are some insecure moments on my for myself. But if you out here getting mad at somebody joking on it, you're bugging. You're bugging, bro. You taking it too far.
Not. It has even
Making it a
affected
race
me.
thing.
I started losing my hairline when I was around 30, so I understand what it meant. Now, I was okay with cutting all my hair
to
off
Turkey.
and just going bald, but not everybody wants to go bald. Some people, you know, their head is shaped funny, their hair looks better with hair, and then
Listen, y'all, I got a spot for Turkey. I got a spot in Turkey that I want to give y'all, but they cost a little bit of money, so I'm not completely comfortable with just promoting them, and they not giving me nothing. You know, a lot of stuff I give y'all for free. Now, I mean, they did bless your boy, but this, I'm waiting for them to give me some type of deal, whether it's a coupon code I could give you guys or something, but I don't want to just get on here and just promote it, you know, because they're going to be making mad money off of free promotion. So I do got a spot for y'all, so stay tuned. You know, stick around in my videos. If you DM me on Instagram, I may just send it to you, you know. But for me to put it in my videos, they're going to have to give me something for that, you know. It's
obviously,
business.
if you're a black man
DM
and
me
you're
on Instagram,
used
I
to
got
having long hair, it also makes you look youthful. So when you lose your hairline, well,
Going from a head full of hair, deep cut wave, dreads, free forms, whatever it is, braids, and then going to a little bill to off the grid cut. Boy, I don't wish that on nobody, bro.
But I'm not going to lie. This is not a bad baldy, though. Know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you could grow out a full beard, you can most likely rock a good baldy. Know what I mean? Like, if you got a good ratio of hair, like your eyebrows is they thick, you know what I mean? And you got the goatee or the or just the chin strap, you know, going on, or just the chin hair going on, bro, you could rock a good baldy. My son Preem, he's rocking a good baldy. I'm waiting for him to you know, expose it to the world. I think he got in a couple of thumbnails y'all could go see. But it's a good baldy. Some people look much better bald than they do trying to hold on to their hair. That's just a fact. Nah, I mean, that's just a fact. Me personally, now, before I went to Turkey and all that, I wasn't out here with, you know, like I had the cul-de-sac and nothing like that. Honestly, I went because I was sending my stepdad. I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind bringing my shit a little bit forward. I would probably say, all of the baby hair that I have right here, this is probably all, except for this shit on the side. But like probably like right here, and then like maybe all of this or whatever. That's all like new hair, you know. And how they do it is pretty dope. Now, I mean, they pull the hair follicles from the back of your head individually, and they just put it on the front. People think it's fake hair. It's not fake hair. You're moving your actual. It's a surgery. You're getting hair follicles moved from the back of your head to the front. You know what I mean? Just DM me on Instagram. You know what I mean? I don't want to put these people out there for free. What I will say, I will give y'all this. Y'all can search, you know, Turkey hair transplants or whatever. You'll find it all over the internet. Now, I mean, But yeah, like I was saying, for me, I wasn't to the point where I was balding or anything like that. I was just like, you know what? I wouldn't mind reducing my forehead a little bit, bringing some hair down, you know? One of the best decisions, in my opinion, that I made or whatever, because I really like the results and all that, especially when I have all my hair out. But it's not a bad baldy, bro. It's not a bad baldy at all.
I don't wish it on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because the amount of self-esteem and confidence that you got to regain from losing your hair, that shit is crazy.
Woo! I mean, damn, the brother said he feels like he now looks like Little Bill. And of course, you got black men really discussing trying to actually treat their loss.
Today is the hair thing. So this is my hair right now. I've been growing it since December 26th. It's kind of long. I ain't gonna lie. I'm doing this, not here. I'm doing this in the back right here.
I mean, that's DDG's brother, and yeah, his hairline is looking quite terrible, right? And here is another thing that I really want to talk about.
It'll turn a from a 10 to a 6 real quick. They basically a hatfish. You'll never see them take their hat off. They'll even fall asleep with the hat on. But that one day that they gotta get in a pool and they have to take their hat off, you see their razor line, you're like, damn, I see why you wear a hat. Put that hat back on, bro.
Woo!
You're thinking to yourself, here, let me go handle a swim cap or something, save them a little. I'm blessed enough to still got my hairline for what it is, but man, I've seen some young that got some fucked up razor lines, bro, like 21 years old.
Now, let's look at DDG's brother. He was born in 1998, I believe it's Dub or Doobie, whatever his name is. But he can't be no older than 27, and he's already losing his hairline. I mean, that's even worse than me. Woo! And so that's kind of what I want to focus on. You have younger men who are losing their hair. And this is why the hat fishing thing is so popular, because let's say, for example, you're a younger guy and you know, you're already not getting the women that you want. The one thing that can help you is a good hairline. I mean, you got your youth, social confidence, and that would at least save your attractiveness. But if you're 27 and you start losing your hairline, I mean, you actually can look like 37 or 47. People start talking about how you're cooked or start calling you unk, all right? And this is the situation. When you start losing your hairline, it now becomes a maintenance issue. Now, once you start losing your hairline, you can actually use the hat as a shield. This is the protective mechanism, okay? So my hairline is down bad. It's whatever. I'll just put the hat on. I go outside. I'll rock my fitted. It's all good. Then the other problem is that barbers like cost a lot of money. So when I started losing my hairline, I had to start getting my hair cut more. Not that I was, you know, felt down bad about it, but I had to like get my hair cut more because my balding spots would show out faster. So I had like more pressure to go and get my hair cut because my hair grows fast. At least stop the show. Outside of my balding spots. Woo! So I had to start getting my hair cut more often, right? And so that costs more money and it costs more time. So for me, it was better to get my hair cut every week. And then if you know you still want to try to save that hairstyle, which in my opinion, you should just cut it all the way off. But
listen, man, that's one of the reasons why I taught myself how to cut my hair. Now, I'm not no barber. I know there's gonna be somebody roast me in the comments about my hairline right now, you know. But I had to start saving money on haircuts. Especially because a lot of my hairline getting pushed back was because of barbers. Like what was happening is a barber will see you. They want to make this square so bad, even though your natural hairline does not, it may not be an actual, you know, square side or whatever. It may not be that. So they will try to create it by pushing it back into your main hair to make a good square. Or they will do this. They will see you, they'll fix it up, probably tap your hairline a little bit, and then just spray the black stuff in there. For the longest, I didn't want the black stuff in there. And the reason why I didn't want the black stuff in my head was because I need to know what I just paid for. I got tired of taking a shower and finding out that, damn, this $50 haircut is really some bullshit. It just looked good because you painted on the finished product. Like, I'm not paying $50 for a temporary, a 3-day haircut. You know, I got to the point that I was like, you know what? For all that, let me cut my own hair. And if I just want to look that sharp, let me do my own black stuff. You know what I mean? Therefore, when it come out, I know exactly what to expect. The haircut was free. And if I'm going out again, I could do it myself again. You know what I mean? All I do, I get like a little, what do you call that? Like a little business card or something like that. Spray my line to make it a little bit sharper, you know, and then I go on about my business, you know? But it's never too far off from what I actually have, you know? So that's the way I kind of see it. I got tired of just throwing $50, $70. Like, when they got to the point they started charging $30 for a lineup, I'm like, y'all are bugging, bro. When I was living in New York, when I was a kid at least, they had some cheap, like, for me to get a lineup, it was like $8. It was like $7. Whole haircut was like $11, $12. I talked about this before. Now, these dudes will charge you $30 for a lineup. And then this shit gets sprayed on. That's crazy. I'm like, yo, if you're going to spray it on, I can do that myself. That's how I feel about it. A lot of people walking around with the sprayed on joints anyways. You know what I mean? I might as well do my for free. Save mad money. Saving like $200 or maybe $100 or whatever a month just for knowing how to do that part at least yourself, bro. That's how I see it.
But you don't want to. And then you got to start trying to wear the hats. Then another thing you see a lot of brothers doing is, all right, let me go ahead on and wear the wave cap. All right. Now, this was the big thing back in the day. You used to be able to get the Murray's grease. Like I said, rock the wave cap. And that's a part of, you know, hat fishing too. You can just go outside with your wave cap on, you know, it's fly and all that. The problem is when it's time to take it off, go to the club, you know what I'm saying? You got to go out there and get in the pool.
You're fried.
People start to see how.
Man, I know niggas that get in the pool with they do-rag. I know dudes that's not taking an L. They will not do it. Don't get me wrong, man. Like, I always felt like a hat, especially like in the club or something like that, being that it's so dark, it really completes the fit. I have this like weird thought. If you in the club and you just got like bareheading it, your head looks kind of weird. You just like a figure because it's so dark. But when you got your hat on, you can put your hat to the back, you put your hat to the side. Now, I mean, you can, you know, whatever you could, it kind of adds to the fit. But you know what you're doing at the same time. You know, if you hiding something under there, like I said, I've been there before. So
down bad you are. And this leads to the next point.
Earlier this year, I got a hair transplant. And boy, when I say that was the best decision I ever made, fellas, go to
yeah. Oh. Yo, that is hilarious, bro. This is the second time I've done a reaction on a video and I'm in the video. No, this is the third time, bro. What?
Turkey, get a hair transplant if your hairline is starting to backspace.
Now, this brother right here is real excited, right? He like too happy because he went to Turkey and he's taking care of that hairline. Now, this is the ultimate result of the whole Hatfish situation. And I've seen so many black men who are going to do this, because let me just say this. It's one thing to say that, all right, if you just make a lot of money and you just work hard,
I want to see
females gonna deal with you. That's not necessarily true. Okay. They might do.
All right, hold on. Let's go back to my part. The fact that I'm in this video is crazy, bro. The fact that I'm in this video, that's why you gotta be careful what's on the internet. All right, so boom. So as you can see right here, well, this wasn't a great depiction. So I ain't have no haircut in this picture. Yeah, I mean, I had no haircut in this picture. Wow, I'm so glad I'm reacting to this now because I did not know I was in it. Yo, look at me looking crazy, bro. But anyways, I ain't had no haircut or nothing. Know what I mean? So like my hairline was actually like leaning forward, giving me more of a hairline. They brought my hairline all the way to down here, which is exactly what you guys are looking at right now. They had to cut the bald. They had to give me the baldy and everything. I ain't gonna lie. When they gave me the baldy, I was low-key feeling the baldy, bro. Low-key feeling the baldy. But as you can see, that was what they was trying to give me, and that's exactly what they gave me. I want to say my hairline is probably a little bit higher than what they actually said they was gonna give me. Like I think we wound up changing this or something like that. But yeah, it was like a 5-hour process, and I love the results. Now, I mean, I wish I could show y'all my stepdad. My stepdad looking good too. But yo, this is just crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm doing this on the spot. I did not expect to be in this video at all, bro. That's crazy
situation. And I've seen so many black men who are going to do this, because let me just say this. It's one thing to say that, all right, if you just make a lot of money and you just work hard, females gonna deal with you. That's not necessarily true, okay? They might deal with you to a certain degree, but if females find you attractive and youthful, it's gonna be a lot easier to clap cheeks. So guys are going out to Turkey and they're getting their hairline taken care of and all that. Here's the problem with the Turkey trip. Number one,
I'm listening.
You need a passport to go to Turkey. Okay. Number two, you're gonna need to fly from wherever you are to go to Turkey. Then you're gonna need to pay for the actual situation. And you can do it in America, but it's probably more expensive. But in Turkey, you can get those hair transplants, get cool, right? You have to support yourself in Turkey. By the time you come back, that might be a $10,000 or $11,000 trip.
Hell no. He's bugging out. He's bugging. Listen, to fly to Turkey, I want to say it was like maybe $1,000 or like $1,200 or something like that from Atlanta. Maybe the actual procedure was somewhere between $2,000 to like $3,000. It was mad cheap. I paid for me and I paid for my stepdad. The hotel stay, they actually pay for all of that. Like your hotel is in the amount that you pay, technically. Like for the procedure and all that is technically free. You know what I mean? So $11,000, no, it is not. Your passport, everybody needs a passport. I have a passport because I travel with my wife. Now, I mean, I like to go see the world. So you should just have a passport in general. A passport is very cheap as well. Now, I mean, I think a passport maybe is a little bit less than $100 or something like that, especially if you're not trying to expedite it. You should have a passport. So that's an easy play. You can save up the money. This right here is appearance changing, confidence changing, all of that. Now, I mean, so $11,000, it is not going up to $11,000. Now, if you get this procedure done in America, I believe it's like $20,000 to $30,000. You know what I mean? Here. So
a lot of brothers can't afford $11,000, $12,000 just to go and invest in a hairline treatment and all that, and that might be risky. So what's the situation? It's the hatfish thing. And for a lot of dudes that go bald like me, it didn't really bother me that much or whatever. I really wasn't tripping. But for a lot of guys, it does bother them. Like, I haven't had a midlife crisis. I've been bald for a long time. I just cut my hair off like in the 30s. And I was kind of wearing low haircuts all my life anyway. So when I just went all the way bald, like, for me, it was easy. Didn't really bother me. I liked it, right? I haven't really got real lineups and real haircuts in like 14 years, something like that. That was the last time I got it. But for some dudes, like, if you've been rocking dreads, you've been rocking
You're gonna
waves,
send a 250, he's gonna block
you've been rocking flat tops, and you can't rock that no more.
Ever again.
Hey, you feel less confident, and we gotta really pay attention to the fact that a lot of men, they feel hurt. They feel bad that they can't rock their hair no more. And so now what they're left with is hatfishing because they got a funny shaped ass head. Women gonna be clowning them. And it really hurts a man's self-esteem. And I really didn't think about it because just because for me, it wasn't a big deal, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not a big deal for a lot of brothers. And a lot of women be clowning dudes with the same situation.
You know when men say catfish? You're a catfish. I'd like to call out all the hatfishers. I've seen some sexy guys. They're wearing the baseball cap. The beard is looking moisturized. Skin is looking sexy.
Yes.
You've removed that hat.
Yes. Yes.
Why is your head the way it is?
Apparently, this is not a problem, just not in America, but also in the UK.
What? Yeah, I don't think I was ever to the point where I had a funny shaped head though. Now, I mean, like, I wasn't to that point where I was like funny head status. I'm more so just, I know what I want to look like, you know what I mean? So I want to get there. But Boogie with a haircut, even back then, I was still getting the job done. You know what I mean? But I do understand what they saying though. Like, there's dudes out here that's like, yo, what happened? You know, you got the cone shape.
Again,
like,
I'm gonna just say this for the brothers out there. Whatever you gotta do to feel good about yourself, do it. I mean, these women is doing it themselves, right? But hey, if they like you, they like you. If they don't, they don't. If you gotta save up and transplant it up, transplant it up.
Yo,
if you gotta cut it all the way off,
this video's great.
Cut it all the way off. But whatever you do, you can't have the fro in the back and the open crown on the top and think that women is gonna really like. Some women may like that though. I'm not saying that they don't, but if you gonna rock it like this, just cut it all the way off. Cut it off.
Yeah.
If you gotta dye your hair, whatever you gotta do. But I'm gonna just tell you like this: if you're hat fishing, they gonna find out anyway. You might as well be yourself.
Yeah, man. Like I said, look. If you one of the brothers that you want to hold on to your head, go to Turkey. And this is the best part about going to the Turkey trip. My stepdad had more of the cul-de-sac thing going on, and they charged him the same price. I only had, as you can see, I had like the little strip in front of my head that I wanted to move forward. But my stepdad had the cul-de-sac. They charged us the same exact price. So I don't know. He's talking about $10,000, $11,000. You know, shout out to O'Shea. Now, I mean, I appreciate you putting me in a video and all that good stuff. Definitely hit me with a shocker, and all that good stuff, man. But yo, look, like I said, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll shoot you their Instagram, but I'm not putting them in my video simply because I tried to talk to them about getting some type of sponsor or a discount or a coupon or something, and they was like, "Yeah, we'll give you a coupon." But, you know, I was like, how can I verify that these are my people? Like, that you're not just running off of my people. It's like, yeah, they could DM you and just tell you. I'm like, I got a big audience. You know what I mean? So I'm going to work out some kind of deal, get you guys some type of discount or something like that. You know what I mean? And I'll work something out, and I'll put that in my actual video. I'll make a whole separate video about a hair transplant. I got y'all. But anyways, y'all, it's been your boy Ty Boogie. If you want to make some extra money just playing games on your phone, all you got to do is click the link in the description below or the link in the comment section below. These apps, they're literally paying people just to play games on your phone. It's crazy every time I think about it, all right? So try it out. See if it's for you. If it's for you, it's for you. It's not for you. It's not for you. But if you catch yourself making money, make your money. Until next time, y'all, it's been your boy Ty Boogie. I'm out of here, man. Peace.